to be strong handshake, eye contact, being very present, put my phone face down, and I'd ask him questions. It's really not rocket science as much as it is intention, being present, and still being confident in yourself while you're asking those questions. Is understand where you are in the food chain, be okay with it, be inspired by it, and I don't think you'll have any problems at all. You're not gonna meet a successful guy in the war room that is gonna see you openly trying to learn about him, trying to be humble, being completely present, and knowing where you stand, and have him not be pulling for you. If I were you, I would do as much as I could to get started on the course material so you can have something to speak on in the halls. If anybody gives you feedback in the halls, be very open to listening to it. Do your best not to get into any back and forth with anyone about it. I don't see the value in that. So if you can just be calm and completely present and willing to hear and listen and absorb, and you make it very well known that you are absorbing those things and people can see change over time, then man, it would be hard not to take a guy like you under somebody's wing or to respect you in that way. It's really that simple. What country are you in?
To do, but I'm giving you the best advice. I'm giving you the advice that, you know, my OGs gave to me when I graduated high school. All men that's graduating high school, whether it's this year or next year, you got to be thinking about what you want to do with your life. You got to be thinking 4 or 5 years down the road. You know what I'm saying? Please, I hope, you know, things I wish I would have learned my senior year in high school. I wish I had learned about credit, because I messed my credit up my senior year. Like right after I graduated, bro, I messed my credit up. I had like a $4,000 Best Buy credit card, and I was just spending, just going crazy, going nuts. Like, cause I ain't know nothing about credit. I ain't know nothing about nothing. I was really out here, you know, reckless. And I really regret, you know, I do regret it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think back on it like, dang, I wish my mom would have told me more about credit, or I wish somebody would have taught me about credit, you know. And now I gotta build my stuff, build it back up, you know what I'm saying? So, you always, bro, wanna have a plan when you graduate high school. And I feel like college, if whatever that you wanna become as a man and it requires you to get some sort of degree to go to university, fella, you have to do that. There's no way around it. Like, if your passion and if it's something that you want to do within your field, to go to college and get a degree and make good money, you know, stack your bread and provide a lifestyle that you really enjoy, and it requires you to go to college, fellas, there's no way around that. You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Steph is cold. Personally, I didn't go to college. Why? Because just like I told you guys, I figured out what I wanted to do at 17. I said I'm going to get a trade, and after I get a trade, I'm going to work a job, and I'm going to use this job to enhance my side hustle, to enhance what I want to do with my life long term, 4 years from when I was 17, 18, which I am now. I'm 22 years young. So that's what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? So I advise all men to, if you don't want to go to college, if you don't want to go to university, please, bro, get a trade.
In London or another town?
Yeah, I'm in London.
London's an expensive city, my friend. One of the most expensive.
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to be working around Heathrow, so even if I do move out, it'll probably be just in another shared house with other...
As long as your mom can take care of herself, it might make sense to find other like-minded young men to live with. You'll be a lot more militant that way. I would advise you not to hang your mom out to dry. Make sure your mother has sufficient place to live and that she can stand
definitely
on her own
100%
feet.
up.
But let me be very clear with you about this situation with your mother. It's going to be hard for you to progress living with your mother. You need to go find some other guys on the same path as you. Just make sure that your mom is taken care of completely.
100%. I've realized that over time, because I've been soaking in a lot of information from various places. I've really taken in a lot of information, but I find that the amount of information I've taken in and the amount of information that I've actually used is not as much as I would like it to be. Is there anything you could tell me about that could improve my efficiency?
Yeah, so sometimes your brain takes in information that it doesn't think is valuable, but your mind will still track anything negative to make sure that you're going to the highest level of survival. Maybe you could share with me some of the information that you've taken in that you've decided not to act on.
For example, I've had access to the Iron Mind and to most of the courses from Cobra Tate, but I find that I still do make mistakes very often, and I'm not acting on them too much.
How many times have you watched Iron Mind?
Iron Mind, I've probably watched like 5 times, and I've taken notes and read them.
Have you taken anything in from Iron Mind and used it?
Yeah, about the reward system.
So you've taken some of it in?
Yeah, I've taken some of it, and I've created my list for the villain. I've acted upon it, at the point where I keep repeating in my mind when Cobra Tay says that you're going to get frustrated with yourself. That's really the point where I'm at, where I'm really frustrated with myself, not achieving as well as I want to.
Good. That means you're healthy. So you got to do it. Yeah, so you got to do it again, bro. And let me share a statistic with you, and you keep this in mind for yourself. Most people don't really buy anything or come to know anything truly until they've either been followed up with or they've had to re-go over said subject between 7 and 12 times. And you're only at number 5. So why don't you watch it a couple more times and then identify what is it in the course that you believe you should be doing that you're not doing, and then ask yourself why. Do you have anything right now that you think is in that course that you think you should be doing that you're not?
I don't think I'm keeping my word enough as much as I would want to.
To yourself?
Yeah, to myself. I say I will do something, and then sometimes I do get sidetracked, and then I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I'll just do it next time, but next time is not good enough. I need to do it now.
Give me an example of what that might look like for you.
Today I'm going to in the copywriting email, then I'll do other stuff alongside it and learn other stuff, and then by the end of the day I'll get to around like 6 p.m. and I'll just say, oh, it's too late now to do it. My mom is getting home and everything, so I'll say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow when it's better. But I don't think I should be getting sidetracked like that. I think I should just be tunnel vision on one thing and keep on doing it. But somehow I find myself doing other things.
Why don't we try this? I want you to try this today. And I want you to message me on Telegram after you've done it.
Yeah.
I want you to start to create micro habits. So number 1, lie to yourself. Lie to yourself and say, I'm going to write 3 sentences of copywriting today.
Yeah.
Okay? So what I want you to do, go write 3 sentences of copywriting today. Just 3 sentences, and then you can quit. Tell yourself that you're going to write 3 sentences every day. And if you can't write 3 sentences a day, I'd be very shocked, because your brain is going to tell you that it's just 3 sentences. And it is. So just write 3 sentences. And I think you'll be shocked when you look up an hour later and you did a whole copy, because it's just the getting started part that you're running into.
Yeah.
So 3 sentences a day for